It's been such a long time since I've done this that I have no idea where to begin. And it has been something that has been paralyzing me for the last 6 months or so. So since my last time it tackles everything, I want to say that I've had my fourth and final child, a little girl called Ivy. And if you follow me over on MTM, Meet the Mitchells, you would have already met, known, and loved Ivy. I will link maybe in the description box her birth story so that you guys can have a look and see how it is. I really wanted to do this video today to just kind of talk about the future of this channel and where it is going. Up until this point, it has been very influenced by my pregnancy and that journey. I really didn't intend for it to be just that. I really want this to be a space where I can talk about anything and everything, but that's just how it turned out to be because that was what was consuming my life at the time. So going forward, I really want Tami Tackles Everything to be a place where I can express myself, where I can have conversations, where I can tell you about things that I love or I'm enjoying, what I'm experiencing on a personal level, on a professional level, on a parenting level. Just a safe space where, you know, we can have some kind of conversation. Sometimes it will be me by myself. Sometimes it will be me and somebody who I love and trust. Sometimes it might be somebody I don't even know. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to adopt again the podcast model, but just in a visual space as well. But I also want to have the confidence to sit here and speak about things sometimes just by myself, and then we can continue the conversation in the comments. I'm talking a little funny because since our last video I got braces, and again, if you follow over on our vlog channel, you know that already. I keep telling people it's the best and the worst thing I've done because I know that it's the best thing for my future self, but it's a hard thing for my now self. And that in itself is a whole topic, you know, and it's something I've been thinking about a lot, and I'm sure you are too at the beginning of a year. I've had major failure to start, guys. There's a baby. I'm trying to film this while the baby is napping and before the boys come home from school. Thankfully, Momo is here with me, so I know that she's gonna help me out while I finish this up. And to tell you the truth, the nice thing about where Ivy is now, she probably just needs back her susu and she'll go right back to sleep. I'll tell you a little bit more about her in a minute. But I've been having major failure to start, and it has been doing a number on me because I have not started the year how I intended. What does that mean? I literally got sick at the beginning of the year, which is not something I expected. It's not something anybody plans for, but it literally set me back to now, the middle of the month, and I feel like I haven't accomplished anything. And that is just the most crippling feeling and thought to start the year out, feeling like I am not enough. I am not doing enough. I'm not being enough. I'm not creating enough. I am not being the best mom. I'm not being the best wife. I'm not blah, 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 and it sends you down this rabbit hole. And you know, I just had this realization that this is not the first time I felt like this. I was looking through my stories on Instagram the other day, archived, and I realized that this is something that is true for me almost every January, and I need to just let it go. And when I say let it go, I don't mean let go this feeling. I mean let go this idea that I'm supposed to be doing something more than what I am doing right now. Between social media in general, friends, family even, we are very skewed about how our lives are supposed to look, how our lives are supposed to look and feel to us. And guess what I figured out finally? January ain't it for me. January isn't where I am supposed to start these things. January is actually that time of year where I need to be reflecting, where I need to be reassessing certain things. It's not the time for me to set things into motion. And that's just something that I have come to realize about myself. Maybe you're the same, maybe you're different. Maybe you are let's go for it, you know? It's not for me. It just isn't. So I find myself in a very reflective space this January where, like I said, I am reassessing. I am looking at my patterns. I'm looking at my systems. What's working, what's not working. Something that I don't think is going to work for me anymore. I'll just give you this example. I was working out at home for the last part of last year. That is not going to work for me anymore. It worked then. It's not going to work now. For the simple reason that I am not showing up for myself the way I need to by myself. I need to put a gym in place. I need to put an instructor in place. I know this. With regards to even this channel, I know I just have to get started. I just need to wrap myself around this new workload, this new scheduling, and just get it done. Something about doing a daily vlog really has taught me the beauty of consistency, the sheer importance of showing up regardless every time you need to. I think the greatest gift I ever gave myself was that vlog, for the simple reason that it showed me that I do have the discipline to show up in this way or in any other way that I need to. And so in doing that, I'm trying to use that model and see how I can allow it to spill over into other parts of my life. And I think that's a great thing for you to do. Where are you doing something or showing up in a way that is really working in your life? And how can you use that same model and spill it out into other areas of your life? So I need to take my vlog model, my editing model, and apply it to my health and wellness. I need to use that to apply to another channel or whatever else it is that I want to curate and create. I can use that same discipline to push me through so many other things that I'm unable to get started on, because I see where I do it already, so I know I'm capable. And so that is just such a big stepping stone to the next thing for you to realize that, you know, you are able and capable to do this. It's just, and you do access this somewhere else in your life. How can I allow this to spill over somewhere else? I think another big thing for me for 2023 as well is really taking stock of how I am showing up as a parent. And, you know, I had a big cry last night with Wayne after going to watch the movie Avatar. And if you know me and you know my family, you know that I sometimes struggle with how I parent each of my children, but specifically, you know, sometimes how I parent Atlas, who I, call my very spirited, sometimes challenging, incredibly gifted, talented, funny, smart, mischievous child. And I cried my eyes out because this movie had a character that was a lot like him. And so this character found himself a lot of times in the middle of some trouble, and that trouble spilled over into other things. And it was hard to watch, in the sense that sometimes I feel like I'm not being the best parent to my child who is displaying some of these qualities. So how can I take that same showing up and discipline and really apply it to how I am connecting and taking the time out to do that with him in particular? And so if you're following along, you can see how I'm trying to use this one thing that I feel like I'm good at. It's not the one thing, but it's something that I really am proud of myself for the way that I've showed up, and how can I apply that to other things. So I know that a big thing for Atlas is connecting with him on a one-on-one basis. That's important for all of my children, but it's especially important for him. How can I create more of those pockets, those moments where he and I can really come together and connect, so that I'm not always trying to correct something or change something about his behavior or do something, you know what I mean? And I feel like that takes care of a lot of that. So that's my big thing for 2023. How can I take this part of my life that's working and spread it around other areas? Same for my marriage, same for my friendships. I feel like I have been so bad at meeting up with people who I love making time for those relationships, investing in them. And just like your personal relationships, like your partner relationships, your friendships matter. And it's a deposit and withdrawal system. If you're not depositing, you cannot take from it. I mean, you can, but there's gonna be some imbalance somewhere. So these are the things that are important to me, especially in 2023. I was listening to a podcast recently about what your word is for 2023, and I'm curious to know what your word is, what your words are. So the big word for me is discipline, and applying discipline to all these different areas of my life. Another big thing for me is consistency and how I can show up in all these different areas of my life. But big words for me are also ease. How can I experience more ease? What does that look like for me? I went to the endodontist recently to, take care of a tooth that was bothering me, which is how I end up at the orthodontist, because I'm grinding my teeth in the night. The endodontist says to me, "What are you doing for stress relief? Because you're taking it out on your teeth at night." And when she said stress relief, I had a very similar reaction to when somebody had asked me years ago what I did for fun. It sounds like such a simple, easy question. What do you do for fun? It's something my sister and I have tackled many times in the past when we've done our seen and heard conversations, which I think we're going to be bringing to you guys as well. What do you do for fun? Let me know in the comments. But separately and apart from that, what do you do for stress relief? How do you manage your stress? I have been talking to women and men alike and trying to figure out what they do for stress relief, because I can't seem to really pinpoint that for myself. And that's crazy. So she says to me, "Oh, what about going swimming?" And I can't think of something more stressful, because I'm not thinking about wading in the water, right? Because I have an aversion to, if I go to the beach, it's the sand and the salt, and is there a shot? I go too much into my head, So I'm really looking for things that are stress relief and fun, that are not rooted in some kind of reward as well, So like when she said swimming, I immediately thought laps, exercise, that would be good. And I'm like, Lord, is there anything that you just do for stress relief, and is there anything you just do for fun? So these are things I know I have to think about. And ease, like I said, I'll come back to that word, is something that is very important to me. Ease. I think people call it the soft life. I'm saying it and I'm not really sure what soft life is, but soft life sounds like ease to me. And how can I create more systems that create ease in my life, right? But like I said, joy, laughter, happiness, love, these are all big words for me. Courage, being brave to step out, taking chances, integrity, loyalty. These are all important things for me to uphold this year. But I think the main thing that I will be doing this year, and you can tell me if the same is true for you, is before I do anything, I'm going to be trying to connect with my authentic self, who I know I am, and seeing if this aligns with that. And if I can do that with everything from what to eat to what job to take, who to partner with, whatever it might be, I think I will be in a much better position. And I think that's why I was able to even show up today, because I said, moving forward with Tami Tackles Everything, does it allow me to show up in my authenticity? Does it allow me to show up as I am? Does it serve that part of myself that allows me to be creative, expressive, to share, to build a community? Yes, 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 yes. So it is important that I continue to have this outlet and continue to do this in this way. And I'm so grateful that even though we've had this long break, you're still here for the ride. I encourage you to jump in the comments now. Continue the conversation. I'm going to be in there reading. I want to hear, what your words are, like I said. I want to hear what you do for fun, what you do for stress relief. What are you prioritizing this year in your life? What are the areas where you are thriving that you can move those into other parts of your life? What does that look like for you? And does it all answer to the true call of who you are And how many things can we move out of the way so that we can continue to show up as our true selves, whatever that looks like for you. So with all of that said, thank you so much again for showing up, like I said, and thank you for being here. And you can definitely start to look out for more and more of these videos. I don't have a schedule yet, but it's something that I'm going to be working on to see how I can realistically get these videos out in a way that is meaningful and matters, and while I juggle everything else that's happening. So yeah, before I go, I'm gonna grab Ivy and I'm gonna show you her because she's just so special. And my next episode is probably gonna be with Tessan, my little sister, who is expecting her second child. And so I'm gonna be throwing it back a little bit to kind of the parenting, the pregnancy, the things that I love, because I kind of want it to come full circle for anybody who's been along the journey. The things that I've been loving with Ivy. You know, it's been almost 3 years since Tessie had a baby. It's been 3 years. So we'll have a lot to catch up on, and kind of like, you know, what she's forgotten and what she's scared of and what to expect when you're expecting your second. And, you know, we'll just have a fun conversation around that. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab Ivy and I'll be right back. Look who just woke up. This is the sweetest little part of my day. What is this? Little foodie? Joy of my life, one of, and just all around happy baby. It's been a really enjoyable 7 months with her. She's been a total dream. And it's been fun being a girl mom. She's a lot like the other boys in the sense that she is very easygoing. But where she's different to us is that she's very happy. So I should say smiley. Oz wasn't very smiley, but every opportunity she has to smile, she will. Hi, mommy. Hi, mommy. She thinks her name is mommy. Last time I showed you a bump pic, and here is what was in that bump. And it's been a joy. You ready to go and eat now and stuff? She's actually eating solids now, which is great. She's 7 months old, like I said, and she's trying to play with her toy right now. Let me get it for you. 2 hands? All right. So there you have it. Thanks again. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment. And we will be back again soon. Tami Tackles, everything is here to stay, and I'm looking forward to this next chapter and what it looks like. Bear with me while I figure it out, because who knows what it will be from week to week. But like I said, this is my safe space turned your safe space, and we're just here to explore all the things. All right, love you guys so much, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Say bye, Ivy. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye.